All right, let's face it. Everybody's got budgets, and we got to stretch it as long as we can. And I tell you what, one way to stretch my cigar smoking lifestyle is to take something that usually costs $450 and get it for 50 bucks. 50 bucks. Let's go. I'm going to tell you how to do it yourself. I got to tell you, I love a deal. I do. And this is real simple. This is going to be real quick. This is not one of those electronic humidors. It's not. And that's why it's not so expensive. But we are going to turn it into electronic humidor. What is a humidor? It's real simple. It's a container that you can open and close that holds humidity. That's it, right? So why spend so much money? Well, I don't know. You can put it in boxes. You can put it in Ziploc bags. But let's face it, that looks cool as all get out. And that can hold a lot of my enjoyable smoking tobacco treats, right? 50 bucks. How did I get it for 50 bucks? I'm not even going to make you run through everything. I'm just going to tell you flat out. Facebook Marketplace is your friend. I got this heifer for 10 bucks. 10 bucks. Now, it's a winador. Here's the thing. Everybody 15 or 5, 6 years ago, everybody had to have their little wine fridges. Well, you know what? People say, I really don't need this. I'm going to get rid of it, or life changes. And so they just dump it. Or, like this one, it doesn't hold the right temperature up top in the bottom. There's two temperature zones. Oh, so fancy. Two temperature zones, and so they don't hold it perfectly. My Cabernet Sauvignon is not going to do like it's supposed to do. My Moet, my Pinot Grigio, or Mogan David, I don't get Boone's Farm, right? All that stuff, it doesn't keep the right cooling temperature, so I must get rid of it because I must be fancy. I'm not hating you if you have one. I don't have one. I have a refrigerator, and I think there's a little bit of wine in there. Yeah, I don't know. I know Diet Pepsi's, but I paid 10 bucks for it. I went and picked it up because the compressor's out, or it doesn't do right. Most times the compressor's out. I don't care. Why? Because I'm not worried about temperature. Now, if I kept this out in the shop where it's not climate controlled, I would need temperature because it'll get to South Carolina. It'll get 95, 100 degrees. And that would get hot in that box. And that would be bad on my cigars. You want to keep them 70 degrees or less. But you keep it in your house, you probably ain't got your house over 70 degrees, right? You keep it in your little smoking spot, it's usually not over 70 degrees, right? So it'd be perfect for you. So their weakness is your strength because you don't need it. So you have that ability to say, hey, I'll take it. And so you take it, you turn it into a humidor. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. It doesn't have a humidification system in it. Actually, if it has a conditioning, air conditioning, cooling thing in it, cut it off because what it's doing is it's pulling the air out of the box, right? You got your little fancy lights. Sometimes the lights don't stay on if you unplug it, right? But you can get little lights and you can run plugs so you can fancy it up. But and at $50 for a $450 deal, you can spend $30 at Lowe's and get you some of them strip lights and put it in there. It's easy peasy, ready to go. Right? This one, actually, you can turn the temperature off and you still get those pretty lights. Pretty dang fancy, right? I feel fancy for 50 bucks. Now, I paid $10 for it. Bob, you paid $10 for it. But Bob, it's not a humidor, it's a winador because it doesn't humidify my cigars. You big goober. The other 40 bucks. Bought a 10 pack. Boveda, 40 bucks. 60 gram, 65%. I bought 10 of them. I'm only going to need 5. All right. I'm going to take these, I'll open them up, I'll fill it up with cigars, I'll open it up, and I'll stack them on different shelves. I'll keep more to the top than to the bottom. Why? Because humidity falls. Rain falls. Fog falls. Humidity is heavier than dry air, so it falls. It does that in here as well. So you want more humidity up here, excuse me, so that the humidity can fall. Now, here's the great thing. You don't need a hygrometer. If you want to get a digital hygrometer or you want to get one of those pretty analog hygrometers, you can do it. But this thing right here, it's 65. Boveda, this is a 65 Boveda setup. The great thing about Boveda is if you put a 65 humidity Boveda pack in an area that's got 25% humidity, it will push out that humidity until everything in the ambient air is 65%, which also makes your cigar 65%. If you're in 100% humidity, if it's just swampy in there, and you throw the Boveda packs in there, it will actually suck out the humidity until it gets to 65. This thing regulates well. Now, I bought 10, but I only need 5. Bob, what are you doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to take 5 of these, put them in there, and when they get hard, kind of like hard cardboard, I know they're out of humidity. I'm going to pull them out and save them. Save them, don't pitch them. You can throw them away if you want to. You want to waste money, waste money. I'm going to tell you how to energize them, re-energize them, and get them good to go. So I'm going to take those 5 out, the hard 5 out whenever they get hard. And I'm going to put these next 5 in. I'm going to go buy me a Tupperware container, a food grade Tupperware container. Why food grade? Because it's got a seal on it. That seal is exactly, especially what you need when we're going to re-energize these Boveda packs. You're going to take the 5 Boveda packs that you had in there. You're going to put them in a Tupperware container sealed. You're going to put a shot glass, a small dish, something that doesn't touch the Boveda pack, but is in there with the Boveda pack. And it's got to be distilled water, distilled water, distilled water, not tap water, not bottled water, not spring water, not mineral water, not nothing, but distilled water. Why? Because distilled water is going to give you the least possible chance of any bacteria, spores, whatever's going to get into that and mess up those Boveda packs. You're going to leave them alone for about 2 weeks, sit them on top of your fridge, just put them somewhere away, and they will slowly swell right back up. They will fill back up. Now, you can cheat. Don't do it. And run that joker underwater, and it will swell up like a hotel pillow. One of them fancy 5-star hotel pillows. It'll get big as all get out. But when you do that, you destroy the membrane or whatever that's inside. I don't know how the technology works. I'm sitting in a shed. Are you kidding me? It destroys whatever causes it to either push and pull. And all it does is go straight to push. And it will over humidify your space. It will push till it's dry. And so in doing that, you mess up the Boveda pack. Pitch it and you're dead. So get yourself the little Tupperware container, put it in there. So there's $2 right there. I paid $40 for this. I paid $10 for this. Okay, so it's $52. I probably spent $5 in gas plus a Diet Pepsi. So I'm at 60 bucks. So I lied. It's not 50 bucks, it's 60 bucks. But I'm telling you, this thing right here is amazing. Now, there's another product. When I was at PCA, I walked up to Boveda, the Boveda place, and I asked him, I said, hey, this is what I'm thinking of doing, and I'm doing a video. Am I doing the right thing? And this nice feller, he said, we got this thing. Look at that mega bag box thing right there. This is the 320 gram. That's 60. This is 320. That's 6 of these right here. This Boveda pack. And you just throw it in there and you let it go. Same setup, just bigger. Do I trust it? Never used it. I kind of like the idea of being able to put them on different shelves, but this is a good go-to too. It's Boveda. This one is a 72. All right, so you get them in different humidities, right? So that's it. Facebook Marketplace is your friend. Find one. I got one in there right now. I paid $100 for, and it is, oh my God, it is a 150 bottle wine humidor. The Dad Gym thing is 6'6" and it's 30 inches wide almost. Deep as all get out. Man, I put some cigars in that thing right there. Boveda packs to go. Man, I feel fancy. Why did I get it? Because it's a Humidor and the compressor went out. When I bought it from the guy, loaded up in the middle of the night, he told me this thing lists for $2,500. $2,500. I got it for $100 and some gas and some Boveda packs and a Diet Pepsi. So you want to deal with this inflation, but you want to live that amazing lifestyle. This is a good way to go. This is an easy way, and you're not investing a lot of money. If you decide that this is not the way that you don't want to go, you're out 10, 20, 30 bucks, whatever you bought it for on Marketplace. And you can use Boveda packs and everything else, so you can still use them. So that's not really a waste of money. Now, word to the wise. It seems like it happens in waves. Facebook Marketplace has a bunch of them, then it's none. Has a bunch of them, then it's none. I usually, when I'm buying something like this, I will hit that little heart button, that little save button, and I'll watch it for 2 or 3 days. Because when they put it on the first day for, I don't know, this one was like 60, 70 bucks or something like that. I just watched it. 3, 4 days later, I called them and I said, hey, I see you got this. Nobody's biting on it. Will you let it go? They said, yeah, come get it. I said, 10 bucks will do it? They said, yeah. I said, all right. And they were happy I took it. And they asked me, what am I going to do with it? I said, I'll make a cigar humidor. And I said, I never thought of that. So I'm glad you didn't, because you wouldn't have sold it to me for $10. So this thing right here, $10. This thing right here, $40. That's a no-brainer. Get you one. Enjoy your lifestyle. If you do, please go on Facebook, find me on Facebook, and send me a picture of your new upgrade. I would love to see it. I really would. I'd love to hear your stories about how you just upgraded your life for pennies on a dollar. That's right. Ballin' on a budget. Bob the Cigar Guy style. And I'll see you later. You deserve a great life. You dang sure do. You deserve a great place to put your cigars. If cigars is what you smoke and life is what you live, this is the way to do it and be able to afford more cigars. And that's a good idea. So I'll see you later. It's Bob Cigar Guy saying smoke easy, semper fi. I love you. I really do. Later, Tater.